This video will be about all stuff that you should know. I wanna make this video short as possible, so let's begin. We have 3 PvP game modes. First is skirmish game mode, on a big map on which you need to capture control points to win. Your team gets from 0 to 3 points every 15 seconds. Depends on how many control points you have. Also, you can buy some stuff for points in menu, including transport, grenades and RPG. You can get these points by killing other players and capturing control points. List of all items that you can buy consists of 4 random positions of items. Every position changes every minute. And also all items may be cheaper if your team is losing. Next is 5 vs 5 and 2 vs 2 on small maps, in which you need to either kill whole enemy team, or capture objective if you're attacking, or just wait for a timer to reach 0 if you're defending. The only difference between these two game modes is amount of players. My pool is absolutely the same. Important thing to say is that capturing objective takes 10 seconds, and that there is no overtime if you are capturing it. Which means if you started capturing when you had less than 10 seconds on timer, you lost. But at the same time, if you stopped capturing objective, progress of capturing won't reset. Next we have PvE game mode, which called Open World. Big map on which you can raid locations, complete quests and rescue hostages with other players. Raiding process consists of 2 stages: clearing out location and defense. After you killed all enemies on location, you will get supplies and you will be attacked by different waves of enemies. In Open World you can meet different types of enemies. First is POD Basic, standard unit with 100 HP. RLF Basic, almost the same as previous unit, but they have worse accuracy. Next is POD Sniper, he has 100 HP, can spot and shoot you from long distances, and surely he does more damage. POD Advanced, this one has 200 HP, better reaction time, and he prefers to fight on close distances. POD Smoker, he has 300 HP and always rush towards player. Near player uses his gas grenade that deals damage over time if you are close to it. It can also deal damage even after Smoker death, but after a few seconds it will stop. POD Spec Ops. Even though he has 100 HP because of his high fire rate, he's pretty deadly on close distances. So you can meet enemy transport, including wheel transport with turrets, helicopters, and also transport with SAM battery. He can shoot you down while you're piloting your helicopter. You can meet them in Department of Utilities, Fort, Naval Base and Depot. The only way to deal with them is killing gunner in this vehicle. In main menu you can find private server. There are 2 types of them. Free private servers allows you to play in private open world session with your friends. The only problems of free version is that only 5 players can play on it and that you can't rejoin the session if you crashed, for example. For other version of private server you need to pay 200 Robux every month, but it allows you to have 50 people maximum on the server and allows you to rejoin whenever you want. People can join the server by putting server code in code bar. Additionally, you can launch open world on desert map, which is empty, but you can build something by yourself in real-time game editor. And also you can run private 2 vs 2 and 5 vs 5 PvP matches on maps you want, including deleted gym map. But it may not work if some of the players have items which were added after skirmish update. Another thing that you can make a whitelist, blacklist and admin list. By adding people in admin list, they will have access to real-time game editor. Talking about real-time game editor itself, you can use it on both versions of private server. In this editor you can spawn boats, transport, props, buildings, you can change in-game time, spawn positions of squad, turn off campouts, you can turn on friendly fire for some PvP event for example, and also you can use different cameras for recording some stuff. So basically almost the same game editor as many other games have. But there is one thing about this editor, that after you turn it on, your data won't be saved, including XP, money and all manipulations with your loadouts and transport. Really great way if you want to try some weapon or transport. Basically stars is the level of your account. By getting stars you unlock access to vehicles, including helicopters and aircraft, weapon attachments, pilot helmet, 1 uniform and also night vision goggles. And like in other games, you need XP to get these levels. There are different sources of XP. Killing AIs in open world, the amount of HP that you get for killing them depends on type of enemy. Stealth bonus, you get additional 10 XP for kills. You will get stealth bonus for every kill until you're spotted by AI or until it triggers the alarm. You can get XP for killing players in PvP game mode, for completing quests from NPCs, and for completing bunker raid. Next is money, in-game currency for which you can get most of the stuff in this game. Ways of getting money are almost the same. For killing AIs in open world, and again amount of money depends on type of enemy. Additionally, you can get $10 stealth bonus and $5 bonus for headshots. Next way is for killing players in PvP game modes. You can get the $5 bonus for headshots as well. For completing quests, for completing bunker raid, for delivering intel to main base, for rescuing and transporting hostages. Talking about transporting, you can get this bonus for transporting not only your hostages but hostages of other players, which means that you can get this bonus only if you are driver of transport. And the last way of getting money is winning or losing in 2 vs 2 and 5 vs 5. $100 for losing and $200 for winning. You need reputation for quest givers. If you will have low reputation, you won't be able to take quests or some of them. By killing hostages you decrease your reputation, and by rescuing them you increase it. Everything is simple. You can get access to bunker raid by collecting intel from different locations in certain amounts. How many intel you need from every location you can check on the map on main base. After you collected all needed intel, there will be notifications that bunker doors will be opened in 5 minutes. After that they will stay open for additional 5 minutes, and after they are closed you won't be able to join raid. And also if you die during raid, you won't be able to rejoin it. After the raid will be finished, all intel will reset and you can start everything over again. You can get money and XP for completing quests from NPCs, but also you can get some items from them. There are 2 quest givers which give you only money and XP, and 4 quest givers which can give you items as well. You can complete 1 quest from each of NPCs only once in 6 hours, which means that you can complete only 6 quests every 6 hours. There are 3 types of vehicles: wheeled vehicles, helicopters and aircrafts. You can have 6 vehicles maximum in every type, so in total you can have 18 transports maximum. During buying process you can put upgrades on your vehicle, which can be changed after you bought it. If your transport got some damage or even got destroyed, you will have to pay repair fee, which depends not only on price of transport, but also on overall price of upgrades. Also, it's important to mention transport from Gamepasses, which are completely free. And this means that repair of those vehicles will be free as well. But if you're gonna put upgrades on them, you will have to pay repair fee based on these upgrades. First is RAW 8000, which gives you a camo for HK, MP5, UMP45, GCT6, USP and Assault foregrip. You can put this camo on all parts of these weapons except barrel. In Nook 47 Game Pass, you get free helicopter which has the biggest amount of HP, highest amount of passenger seats and the slowest speed at the same time. Additionally, you can get pilot uniform, which will be free as well. Airborne Recon Pack. For buying this Game Pass, you get free wheeled vehicle with one of the highest speeds, Scout uniform, NPC 2.0 Recon Vest, zip-on backpack, which you can put only on NPC 2.0s, head lifts attachments for Bunny Head, camo for some weapons and attachments. And the last Game Pass is Shadow Raid Pack. You get access to Quad Night Vision Goggles, Shadow Raid uniform and Shadow Raid camo, available for all weapons and also for some attachments. Next we are moving to weapons. And first thing I would like to say is that high price doesn't mean that weapon is the best, or better than another. Weapons have different characteristics: rate of fire, recoil, mass which has effect on your movement speed, damage in different parts of body, which you can see in graph, velocity which affects bullet speed and can be increased or decreased by choosing other barrels if it's possible. The last thing is range, it also can be changed with barrels. Higher number means that damage starts to fall off on longer range. Next we are moving to attachments. Basically they affect only 4 things: recoil, weight, amount of bullets in your magazine and damage reserve. And few words about weight. It's based not on weapon you are holding, but on overall weight of your primary and secondary. So even if you are running without weapon, your speed will be the same. Handguards may have additional panels, which allows you to put more attachments, and also in some cases allow you to put grips, because some weapons with stock handguards don't have such option. Talking about scopes, scopes with higher modifications don't decrease visual recoil, which means that it will be much harder to control recoil in IDS. You can put offset optics and hybrid optics. Switch between optics, you need to press G button. Important things about optics placement is that if you put it closer to stock, camera will be closer to stock as well, which will reduce visual recoil. Unlike in other games, most of the attachments like scopes, grips and muzzle attachments can be used on many other weapons. It depends on caliber of weapon. So for example, if you bought some suppressor for 5.56 weapon, you can use it on other 5.56 weapons and you don't have to buy them again. But there are a few exceptions, like Famers for example, which has his own exclusive muzzle attachment, a multi-caliber suppressor that you can use almost for all weapons in this game. You can put lasers on your weapon, but they are pretty useless. They don't decrease hipfire spread or anything else. Flashlights can be useful as a source of light, but it won't blind AIs or players if they have cinematic lights turned off. Most of the equipment doesn't have any effect on gameplay, except helmet attachments like flashlight and night vision goggles. So yeah, vests and helmets don't give you any protection. If you put flashlight on your helmet, you can turn it on by pressing B button. And if you put night vision goggles, you can turn it on by pressing N button. We have 3 types of night vision goggles: mono, dual and quad. And obviously the difference between these types is area visibility on your screen. But there is no difference in visibility between night vision goggles and every type of them, except the appearance and price. So that means that one dual NVG won't be better or worse than other. You have health that can be restored only by using medical supplies and only in skirmish and open world game modes. You can use them by pressing tab button and moving mouse to medical category. Most of the information you can see right there, but there are a few important things. First of all, that vitamins heal you over time, so you can be kind of invincible in open world because of injured state. Second is that if you're gonna use dressing and bandage after that, you will recover additional 10 HP. If you are close to other player and looking at them, by pressing tab button you can not only see their health, but also you can heal them. Also by pressing tab button you can change your squad, so you can see other players who chose same squad and distance to them. If you throw flare and after that you will press mark flare button, all members of the squad will see this mark with the type of it and distance to this mark. Basically the only function of this is to mark your position. In the same tab menu you can use emotes. Under health bar you can see stamina bar, but it's not like in most of other games. It shows you when you can do some action again, which includes jumping, crouching and lying. So yeah, you can run as much as you want. Next we have radio, which you can turn off if you are tired of everyone, and also you can switch between channels by putting different code. This way you can make separate channels for squads, for example. And few words about shooting in this game. Weapons have the same ADS time, there is almost no hipfire spread. So even on long distances, if you shoot without being in ADS, you'll still be pretty accurate. Also you can switch fire modes, but it's kinda useless. In settings, most of the things are pretty common. You can change control, change some additional graphics settings, and sound. There is one important thing in sound section, world sound. The thing is, if you're gonna turn it off, you won't be able to hear footsteps. Main idea of this video was providing the most needed information and important details. The reason why I decided to make this video because I don't like how other YouTubers make these guides. When you can do this in one video and when you can explain every single thing in few words. This video was the biggest and the hardest to make so far. Hope you found it useful. Leave a like and some comment. It helps a lot with promoting of my videos. Join my Discord server with builds and tier lists. And see you next time.